Why does your hair go in one direction? This is something I've been seeing more people asking me about, so I figured let me do a video on this because I know many of you guys are gonna be wondering, why does your hair go one way and then on the other side it goes the other way? So I'm gonna try to keep this as simple as possible, and I want you to also think the same way on this. And it almost, to me, is kind of common sense to me because I know hair so much and I've been working with it for so long, so I've seen what happens. But there's one thing that I want to bring up, and that's called hair growth pattern, okay? A hair growth pattern. So the hair growth pattern is the pattern and the direction of where the hair grows from the scalp. And every human being has a variety of different growth patterns on their head. So for example, as you can see, let's part this down the middle this way. And if the growth pattern is all coming forward from the scalp, meaning the hair just wants to keep coming down like this, no matter what you do, you brush it back and look, it jumps right back down again. You brush it back and jumps right back down. It's because the growth pattern is growing downwards this way. So your hair is going to lay its flattest and smoothest when you go with the direction of the growth pattern. What happens is, and this may be a very common problem you may be experiencing, is when you want to brush your hair all the way back over one way, and watch this, see? Look, it just falls right back down. That's because all of the hair, and it definitely happens if you've got a lot of hair, even sometimes finer hair, it's just the way the hair wants to fall naturally. You know, that could be a constant issue if you want to have your hair back and you're not using a strong holding product to keep it back. Your hair is going to flop down in your face no matter what. So there's that whole issue broken down. So if your hair now pattern grows sideways like this, or more kind of vertically up and down, it's going to want to lay back like this. So when you have a situation where you want your hair to come forward, but when you bring it back, when you bring it forward, it just wants to kind of split or come off the face like this, and you never can get it straight down as easily. Well, it's because the growth pattern, right? It wants to go down this way as opposed to maybe coming forward. So that brings us into the sides, and I think this is something that's really, really common, that I get a lot of people bringing these issues up, is to say, why does one side of my head, right, one side or the front here, every time, you know, it always goes towards my face, and then on the other side, it goes away from the face. Why is that, Salon Guy? Can you answer that question for me? Well, yes. Guess what? We just went over it. It's called the growth pattern. And I've seen this pretty frequently where the growth pattern right in this area, maybe on an individual, this is all just growing forward towards the face. No matter what you do, as that hair gets longer, it's just going to want to lay this way, right? Because that's the weight and the direction of your flow is like that. Another thing is people say, oh, my hair always sticks up, it always sticks up. Well, that's exactly why. As your hair gets longer, especially if it grows straight out from the head, which is pretty common, and if you've got very, very thick hair or thick hair type, it's going to want to stick straight out because of how thick it is and how pokey, meaning, or how the growth pattern is just straight out from the head. So the only way to combat that or try to fix it is if you have the hair long enough where it lays down like this, or it's so short that there's no opportunity for it to poke out. It's just really, really tapered and short. So same thing with the cowlicks or swirls. The hair growth will cause the hair to do all sorts of weird things. And that's why, like I mentioned before, if you comb the hair down in a direction of the way it grows, that's going to be very, very helpful for styling purposes. So you may need to have a little extra length in through here, or you may need to cut it really short to kind of make that area part of the style, more of like a spikier type of style, like in this mannequin right here, all right? You can see that it's short enough in through here and in through here, but that's allowing me to get that kind of look that I want, that kind of messy, textured, kind of tassel look. And I have done a video on this haircut. I think it's my most recent TikTok video, so definitely check that out. But as you can see, you know, even the hair wants to grow forward. If I cut it the right way, I'm able to kind of mess with it and manipulate the hair a little bit so that, you know, because of the layers, I can move the hair around. And that is a whole other thing when it comes to layering and all that, which I've done videos on. So that's really what it comes down to, is the growth pattern. Well, everyone, let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, found it very helpful. I hope you all are doing well. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time for more videos with The Salon Guy.